Tough times never last, but tough people do.
Hello, folks, and welcome to this week's edition of The Legacy. I'm your host, Doc Walker, and I am so proud today to be joined by one of my all-time favorites. You know, we combine the old school with the new school with one thing in mind, and that is to win. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Oh, my God. He wore 72, but he was number one in your hearts. We affectionately referred to Dexter Manley as the prize bull. Because the first day, Dexter, we met, you remember being at the Marriott on that bus, going over to that field. I can hear Leaping Lamar right now, screaming in the background. You chased one of them backs down from the backside. We'd never seen nothing like it. You raced over there. You had a pad. You threw the pad down. You went and caught one of them backs. I won't embarrass him. And you dragged him down. And Leaping Lamar was going, Doc, you see that? He's at the prize bull. I said, yes, indeed. I'm going to lay something on you that people don't know unless they were there. And it starts, first of all, with Chicago Bears and Mike Ditka. And, and then it goes to Dallas and Tom Landry. You, the only guy I've ever seen that attacked the opposing head coach. and they were running at you, and you played the mind game. You were a psychological genius because you got the Ditka. There's no doubt. I don't know if you got the Landry, but you definitely got the Ditka.
I agree with that.
You do that, and what brought the Monday night games, the Sunday night games, the bigger the game, the more I knew that you was about to go nuts.
Well, I tell you what, Rick, I had a dark secret that I didn't want anybody to know about Dexter Manley. I kept looking at my shoelaces for a lot of years. The fact that I was functionally illiterate, and Mike Ditka came out when we played the Minnesota Vikings in Minnesota on a Thursday night or something, and he was playing in San Francisco, and I understood that he threw some bubble gum at a lady, and I called him a bum. And so he said that guy has the IQ of a grapefruit. Yeah. That was very embarrassing, and I had to retaliate. How could I retaliate? Go out there, do what I'm supposed to do, play the run, get to the quarterback, which I did. When Mike Ditka said that, I went on the field. I told him, you step on the field, and then I'll take care of you too. But you know who was backing him up? Mike Singletary, Otis Wilson, some of those guys. Yeah, I was ready to take on them too, because see, I'm from Detroit.
We played a Monday night game against the San Francisco 49ers. And Joe Montana, I'm telling you, the bigger the game, I have a story for every big game because I knew this, that's what got you going. Give our listeners and viewers that Montana story.
Well, Montana to me was the best quarterback I played against.
Yeah.
You know, the guy can throw, can run, he's excellent at the 2-minute drill, and so he could beat you. You know, he's very accurate throwing. And so going into that Monday night game, they kept asking me, how you gonna stop Montana? I sort of took offense to that because, you know, it's like, I just said, hey, I said, I'm gonna clean this clock. And Joe Gibbs was looking down on the field. He waved his finger and told me to come upstairs. Yeah. You know how he was upstairs,
that's right.
And I was downstairs. Yeah. I said, I'm gonna clean this clock. Yeah. Okay, and that's the way I felt because I was confident that I was gonna get by Big Bubba Parrish.
That's right.
Yeah, but see, let me tell you something. A guy 350, 340, he can't backpedal as far as I'm gonna get upfield on him.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
no,
and so, but I tell you what Bill Walsh did. Bill Walsh had Russ Francis crack, he going in motion, the ball snap, he cracked back on me. Yeah, and so I remember running off the field, Richard Pettibone and Target told me, go attack him. When he come, I hit him, chopped it right in the neck. Boom, I hit him right. See, it was a war out there.
Oh, yeah.
It's a war. And so that's what I did, and hey, I had to get to Joe Monday. If you tell somebody, I'll put your lights out, I forgot the adjective that I used.
Yeah.
And so you got to back that up.
This portion of The Legacy is presented by your local Nissan dealers.
At Honda, we take the holidays seriously, both with serious rugged performance and serious capability. So while others might be dreaming of winter wonderlands, you could be shattering expectations with the best value of the season. Now's the best time to get into a new Honda, KBB.com's best value brand for 2020. Visit Happy Honda Days at your local Honda dealer or shop online to get a great offer on the Pilot.
Free health care, hundreds to more than $1,000 per month in disability compensation, and tens of thousands for college tuition. These are just some of the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs benefits that may be available to veterans. VA is focused on customer service like never before. Choose VA and see why veterans' trust in VA reached an all-time high. Claim the benefits you've earned at choose.va.gov.
Yeah, things are a little different this year.
Happy holidays! And we wish you a Santa.
But it's good to know you can count on holiday scratch-offs from the Maryland Lottery. Multiply the cheer. Please play safely and responsibly.
The best team has a great sense of family. The best family has a great culture. And within that culture, there is great character. When you have all those elements come together, you've got a team.
DC has a home for the greatest hits of all time.
That would be Michael Jackson for me.
DC's greatest hits.
Madonna.
Billy Idol.
Live here.
Cyndi Lauper.
Bon Jovi.
94.7.
Blondie.
The Eagles.
The Drive.
Your Super Bowls, what was it like for you? I mean, I don't know how you slept on the night before the Super Bowl. I always envisioned, did you sleep at all?
Well, I did sleep, but I tell you, I was so hungry, Rick, because when I grew up as a kid, I wanted to be Leroy Kelly. I wanted to be Walt Garrison. I was Calvin Hill in my neighborhood playing sandlot football. And so what I remember so well is that that moment of maybe one day getting to the Super Bowl. Listen, I snuck in Super Bowl V. I snuck in Super Bowl V at Rice Stadium, Houston, Texas, the Minnesota Vikings, and the Miami Dolphins. I was a young kid. I walked 15 miles to that game, and I snuck behind the ticket counter, and I got in the game, and you wouldn't believe who I sit behind. I sit behind Johnny Carson.
Really?
Yeah, and once I did that, see, football was in my blood. That's all I wanted to do because I know I had a handicap. What else you gonna do? As a kid, I grew up watching all the Super Bowls and just thinking about what I went through, what the price I paid to get there. And then now all of a sudden I get a chance to experience the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. You know, that Super Bowl, they said there was gonna be 105,000 people across the country watching. Mm-hmm. That's the biggest attendance.
At the time,
that was attendance.
Yeah.
And so I just knew that was my time to shine. I knew that I could get by this big guy. Hey, that's another guy who couldn't move, David Woodley. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and hey, I just always wanted to play big in the big lights. I wanted to really be somebody, you know, because I had a handicap. What else could I do?
I spent a whole lot of time with Dexter Manley, and I didn't know that you could not read. And it was embarrassing to me because I saw the Wall Street Journal every morning, and I saw the briefcase. Yeah. And people I said, but being able to mask that, then to build upon that and become a spokesperson, you, my friend, have some of the biggest impact on the future of so many people, because not only were you unbelievable at what you did, but you were humble, but you didn't run. You came back and you paid a price for whatever you did that wasn't right, you stood up to it and building upon it. And some of your greatest work is still yet to come. Talk about literacy for a moment and how you have dedicated a lot of your life to helping others. Okay, well, I appreciate you asking. Is that because of a lot of trepidation, a lot of fear I had? If it wasn't for, I'm gonna see if you remember this night, November 16th, 17th, 1985, against the New York Giants. In New York? No, here at RFK. Oh, okay, yeah, RFK. Yeah. See, Joe T. Yeah, bingo. Yeah. But when Joe T got hurt, and I saw Lawrence Taylor hit that guy, I felt in my gut he's not gonna play another down. Right. But some spiritual came over me and say that all my life I've been like Boy George. I was Boy George. And on that night, I didn't want to be Boy George no more. And so I remember so many guys that I was with at Oklahoma State University after leaving the school. Someone was in prison. Someone was selling drugs and doing all kinds of things. And I just can remember that I didn't want to be like them because I was functionally illiterate. And because of Joe Theismann incident, gave me the courage to look back and say, what am I going to do if that happened to me? I went over to the lab school in January and they tested me. I was 26 years old. They told me I was on a second grade reading level. See, I didn't want to face that. Yeah. I didn't want to face that. Well, that took courage. And so, but I had to. The NFL PA, they had some kind of contract with Hazleton. Hazleton is a recovery center, and I started using drugs, and I knew that to turn my life around, first thing I need to do was eliminate the drugs in my life. Why do you think you started? What drove you? Because you were the life of the party. You didn't really drink. I mean, you didn't really need anything to accelerate your personality. What was it? What was that mask? It was inside of me to be somebody. Okay. Because when I grew up as a kid, nobody gave me a chance because, you're functionally illiterate, you're in school, you're playing football, people protect you, they build a fence around you. I just remember all the guys I played with at Oklahoma State. Someone was off went to prison and on the street. I got a great running back in Houston. He came to Oklahoma State. I learned he was pushing a wine carton basket down the street. That kind of stuff came to my mind, and I didn't want to be like that. And so I knew that because of that incident with Joe Theismann, I had to do something about it.
It's 2020. Let's make a splash. Play the DC Lottery's Roaring Cash.
The best team has a great sense of family. The best family has a great culture. And within that culture, there is great character. When you have all those elements come together, you've got a team.
Broken windshield, take one.
Hey guys, my windshield just got broken. I feel like I need to blow off some steam. Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Mr. Blanks, there's no need to be stressed. Geico makes it easy to file a claim online, on the app, or over the phone.
Yeah, but what if I never hear back? That's gonna make me want to go, check.
No, your Geico claims team is always there for you.
That makes me want to celebrate with some fireworks. 5, 6, 7, go. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah!
Geico. Great service without all the drama.
DC has a home for the greatest hits of all time.
That would be Michael Jackson for me.
DC's greatest hits.
Madonna.
Billy Idol. Live here.
Cyndi Lauper.
Bon Jovi.
94.7.
Blondie.
The Eagles.
The Drive.
It's all-wheel drive season, and your local Honda dealers are bringing the best deals of the year. It's clearance pricing during the Happy Honda Days sales event. Dash through the snow to a rugged and adventurous Honda. Check out the entire all-wheel drive truck and SUV lineup. CRV, HRV, Ridgeline, Pilot, and Passport, with features like Honda Sensing, Magic Folding Seats, and 3 different driving modes. Clearance pricing is here, but it won't last long. Don't miss clearance pricing at the Happy Honda Days sales event, now at your local Honda dealer.
The Legacy is brought to you by Janet King. Let Janet King get your business back to business. Visit to schedule a disinfecting service today. When your record was recently broken by Ryan Kerrigan, and I know that you got robbed out of a year because the league, they say, quote, officially wasn't recording like they never had film. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And I said it with David Deacon Jones, God rest his soul, why they couldn't calibrate it. They had them all on tape.
Right.
What was that like when you watched Ryan do it?
Well, I think it was good for Ryan Kerrigan because that was one of his inspirations. I was understanding that he wanted to break the record, and he did. See, the guy played 9 straight years.
Yeah.
I sit out a whole year, but I do give Ryan a lot of credit. He was a Iron Man.
Yeah.
And he was able to get to the quarterback.
Yeah. What do you want to be said about Dexter Manley 10 years from now when people talk about the impact that you had? I think it's even greater than football. But what do you want it to be?
Well, Rick, what I like for it to be is that I fell down, but I got up. You know, I fell down, I got up, and I did something with my life.
Yeah.
You know, I'm coming up on 15 years clean.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah. Hey, listen.
15 years.
Yeah. I surrendered on June 17, 2006. Off of Georgia Avenue, a bunch of officers ran down on me, and I changed my life. They sent me to Washington Hospital Center. I had brain swelling because I had a cyst in my head. And that made me change my life. So I'm coming up on 15 years clean on June 17, 2021.
Well, that is awesome, my friend. Well, hopefully we'll be able to break some bread on that one because we got to celebrate them. I always think with you, I always say, man, well, the best is yet to come. I mean, there's even more. This dude is so talented, and he can do anything he puts his mind to. I had more fun with you than anybody in my whole life. In restaurants, at clothing stores, at Taylor's grand openings. I tell people all the time, you have not lived until you travel with the prize bull.
When I ride through Georgetown, I get a lot of emotions come up. I want to tell you why. I take my wife, we ride around D.C. I told her when I was a rookie, got off the bus at Dulles Airport. We was in, I don't know, it was what do you call that?
Marriott.
No. The camp we was in, and we all, I don't know how, I think I rode with you down there.
Yeah.
And you picked up, you took me to the store.
Yeah.
I went and got some.
Linear pizza,
Yeah, they were red, not alligators. They was kind of, they were alligators, but they were too tight.
Yeah. They were lizard. Yeah, they were lizard.
There you go, lizard.
Until next week, God bless all of you, and happy holidays.